Welcome to the Japan Game Junk podcast. I'm so happy and thankful that you're here.
And hello, welcome back to Japan Game Junk, the podcast your mother taught you about. This time I'll be talking a bit about a visit to a hard-off store. This is a combination hard-off, off-house, and hobby-off store. This is in Tomisato city of Chiba Prefecture, visited on the 14th of April 2025. This one is the Tomisato Inter store, which is basically the interchange, meaning just off the highway. And the store is one I've visited quite a bit, and I've purchased quite a bit from there in the past, although nothing this day. There were a few things that were good to point out. Firstly, for 800 yen, I believe this is from the Nintendo store, was Pokemon Babanuki. Babanuki is kind of a card game in Japan where you could play it with standard playing cards, but you can also use these specialized cards as well. And it's just, like a take the card quickly kind of game. But it had all the Pokemon characters on it, all drawn in kind of a cute, a little bit unprofessional way, kind of cutesy, like a kid would draw the characters way. Again, 800 yen for that pack of cards. Something that I would have bought in a very certain special time, maybe, I forgot how many years ago it would be, but an Xbox One, just the system only, working fine, but with nothing else. And I remember way back when my Xbox One Day 1 edition died on me, and I couldn't get it fixed without paying more than it would cost just to get a different one. And also, this was about 3 weeks before the Black Friday sales would start, and the Xbox One X was already released. And I thought, you know what, I'll wait for the Black Friday sales again, the Xbox One X, and I'm glad that I did at the time. But if I had come across this machine right when the Xbox had died, I might have bought it and just replaced the console out, and maybe never even had the Xbox One X. Anyway, this one was 9,000 yen, and yeah, it looks like it was in great condition, just the unit itself, the original Xbox One. Something I thought that was interesting was for your Windows CD-ROM, this would have been Windows 98 at the time, the 1999 Masters screensaver. Just 30 pictures from the Masters Golf Tournament from 1999 on your computer as a screensaver. Alright. There was a Neo Geo CD in the junk section of the store, and it said that it reads the discs, but there is some delay, and the disk drive has some difficulty working very well. And it's the junk section, but still 20,000 yen for this machine with this kind of issue. When I got my completely working well Neo Geo CD from the junk section of Hard Off, admittedly almost 20 years ago, for 1/100th of that price. 20,000 yen here. It was 200 yen when I got my Neo Geo CD. Then was the cheapest PS VR2, PlayStation VR2 setup I've seen. This is the Horizon, Call of the Mountain version, which had the game, and it has the PS VR2 unit in there as well. And yeah, the right controller does not pair correctly. And that's all it said. Now this is junk, which means if you buy it, you can't return it. But for 30,000 yen, that's super cheap. So I would think that if someone had, say, a broken PSVR 2, something like this to be a replacement might be great. Maybe you have a working right controller, or maybe you can get a different right controller somewhere else that might pair up. But still, that's very, very cheap. At the store also, there was an Atari 2600. This would have been at the time an import model because the Japanese version was the 2800, but it was boxed, and it plays the games, and it comes with 4 boxed games, including Atari's version of Pac-Man and Sequest and 2 others I didn't get the picture for. But yeah, I was a bit wistful for it and thought I might want to have it, but I know that I haven't been there in years, but back in my hometown, probably somewhere in storage, there is an old working Atari 2600 that I should just pick up there. But anyway, they had that. There were a number of very good Super Famicom games in the showcase, including the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time, for 3,000 yen, and Dracula XX for Super Famicom for 10,000 yen. Both of those, it's kind of the going price though. They did have a Super Mario Land for Game Boy for 800 yen, and this one was comical because the disc label, the game cartridge label was ripped off at some point, and someone just stuck a random Mario sticker on there to remind the former owner that it was indeed Mario. Thought that was kind of interesting. Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe for the US version of the Switch was 6,500 yen, and Zelda Breath of the Wild, again US version, was 6,000 yen. Both of these more expensive than just buying the Japanese versions here, but I don't know, maybe you just really want to have the American versions for whatever reason. Super Runabout, a really weird Crazy Taxi clone for Dreamcast, was being sold complete for 800 yen. Fairly good price for that. And I was very surprised to see that they had a number of 3DO games, about 10 or so, all of which in very good condition, and all of which exactly for 2,000 yen. Did not matter if it was the Panasonic sampling disc, or Fumi no Mocha Bako, or Super Wing Commander. They were all 2,000 yen, just a flat rate for 3DO games there. And if I didn't already have every single game that they had, I would have bought the other games that they had. True Pinball from Ocean. It's a pretty well-known pinball game for Sega Saturn, complete for 800 yen, kind of on the cheaper side there. And the Sega Saturn mouse was being sold boxed for 2,500 yen. I thought that's actually a very good price, and I have many games that could use it, but I already have a mouse because it comes included with the Super Deluxe Tokimeki Memorial set for the Saturn, which I have. A Nintendo Brokuzushi, which is like a breakout game, which is to plug into the TV Pong console, 10,000 yen, with a 3-month warranty. And with a 6-month warranty, way too expensive, a boxed Bandai Palladium system for 20,000 yen. Much less expensive, yet still boxed, was Tensai Bakabon, an old animation character game for the Mark III system, known as the Master System in the West, for 3,000 yen. That's pretty cheap for that. And the system to play it on, the Mark III boxed, including everything. Controllers, even the styrofoam insert, everything that could be for the Mark III was there for 30,000 yen, and they even threw in an SG-1000 game to play on it. They also had the SG-1000, so SG-3000, it's SG-1000, a Model 2 version, the smaller, sleeker one, that looks very similar to the Mark III. That was being sold for 30,000 yen as well. Then I mentioned before the Atari 2600. The Atari 2800, indeed the Japanese release of the 2600, was at the store as well. This one, though, not boxed, just wrapped up there with 4 games for 80,000 yen. If you're going to pay that much, just go to the, if it's still there, the hard off in Himitsu of Chiba. And there was a boxed 2800 there for 30,000 yen. Anyway, that's everything I wanted to go over on this day for my time at the Tomisato Hard Off. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day, and remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe and hit the bell. Please make me happy and don't be rude. Make me think that you are swell. Bye bye.